The odds. Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? This is Nate here.
This is Kev.
Hey, yo, we are Games Music Life. So, yo, we're back with a review today. I'm sorry for this Lil B project titled Black Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you the Lil B fan.
I am, man. Listen, we've been waiting for Black Ken for like 5 or 6 years, man. Lil B has been teasing Black Ken for the longest, and we finally got it. Stay true to the cover art. Like, listen, that album art has been out for years.
Has it?
It's been out for years.
Wow.
Yeah. So with it, man. Hey, I was excited, man. We're finally getting Black Ken.
Okay, so question I do have, and all the Lil B fans are gonna kill me right now, but he's from the Bay, right?
He is from the Bay.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
From Berkeley.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Definitely. So getting into it, man. I wasn't the biggest Lil B fan. I think one of the very first conversations me and you ever had about hip hop was about Lil B.
Might have been.
Because we were talking about. I think we were talking about. You were like, "Yo, did you listen to Lil B?" And I started cracking up. And then you start pointing out songs that I had never heard, and I had to come back and eat a little crow. Like, yo, this dude can really rap, and he has some content to it when he wants to. Yeah. And I always just looked at him because being a Joe Budden fan, the T-shirt and buttons came out, and the Lil B curse being so real.
Yeah, first of all, T-shirt and buttons was the complete ether. I'm so proud of Joe Budden for
he admitted it,
owning it,
yeah,
realizing like, man, dissing Lil B was a mistake because he came in and that was hip hop.
Yeah.
But ever since the first song I heard from Lil B, "I'm God," immediately as soon as I heard it, I could realize that hey, this kid's got something special. Like he's on to something. Like, I don't know what that something is, but he's definitely on to something.
But was that a good thing?
Here. Was it a good thing?
Because he ushered in a lot of this effery.
You know what
I mean? He was the one.
I like that it was so creative and he took so many risks. Like, a lot of the music is completely unlistenable. Like, you listen to The Rain in England, it's like, yo, who is this for, dog? Like, who was supposed to listen to this, man?
He was on not Breakfast Club. He was on First Take with the dress and the lipstick and stuff on. So he ushered in a lot of this mess from what's my man, Young Thug to the XXX dude. Like, a lot of these sticky things that happen, they reaching me, and I think a lot of this was ushered in by Lil B.
But a lot of it, man, this new generation, a lot of them hey, listen, I don't know how you feel about that one way or another, but a lot of them owe a lot to Lil B, man. Lil B had so many different styles, and he gave a lot of artists so many different things to just run with and show them the platform. What you really got to keep in mind, like, Lil B did all this with no label. Like, he is where he is, man, with no help whatsoever. Like, he really did it all on his own. And he kind of gave artists the blueprint. He wasn't scared to take risks, and I think that's what I appreciated about him more than anything. As an artist, he would just go out there and just do whatever he wanted. I mean, he's got songs with Kiki the Bass Tabby Cat. Just his cat.
And then also the Lil B curse is real.
Lil B curse.
I mean, it was on ESPN.
Yeah.
When he lifted the curse from Kevin Durant, it was big.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Won.
He finally did win. Yeah. So, and he still called Russell Westbrook a sandwich.
Yeah, he did.
He said he looked like a sandwich.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I don't know either. But Lil B can say whatever he wants.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So get into it, man. So Lil B project. Let me I'm gonna go first on this one just to say, if you are a Too Short fan, this is your album. You need to come back like, yo, they made Too Short got a new album out. No, that's Lil B. Yeah. That's what I thought of. Me being, I'm not a real huge old school hip hop head. I don't like Too Short, so I didn't like anything about this album. But I will say, people who do like old school rap are gonna love this album. Yeah. It's Bay. When you said he's from the Bay, I'm like, okay, that makes perfect sense now. That's the pocket it's in. I found this album way too long. I really like it. Just like it's not as bad as a Lil Yachty, so I won't put it on that aspect. Because Lil Yachty, I gave y'all that for the art, because I thugged through that album. This one it wasn't as bad as Lil Yachty, but it was close. It was pretty close to me. I will say though, even with that being said, the fact that it could be a little bit nostalgic for people and hear an old school rapper in that with a new school vessel, I will accept it. I will say that I cannot crap on it because of that. I'm not a huge old school rap fan. I'm not a big Lil B fan, but I do see where this can exist in today's music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So with that, I actually gave it an 81.
Wow.
Which is a little bit high in my opinion, because at first when I listened to it, Kevin, I got to be honest with you. Usually we listen to albums, we go through them and through them and through them, we dissect them and break them down. I couldn't do that on this because when I got to the end, I was happy. I got up, I went and got a Sprite, and I took a long walk and reevaluated this GML thing, and I said, I love this art. I want to give it to you guys out there, but I don't ever want to hear that album again.
Hey, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you. Thinking about, for me, since I've been following Lil B since, pretty early on in the bass world hype, I've been knowing that he's been hyping this album is coming out for a long time, and I always wondered, like, what is he putting off Black Ken for? Like, if you know Lil B has put out 100,000 million mixtapes, okay? Like,
yeah.
So I always wondered, like, why is he holding Black Ken back? He's been teasing Black Ken for the longest, and he just keeps on putting out mixtapes, but none of them are Black Ken. And I didn't quite understand it. And to be honest, I still don't quite understand it. But for the project that I was expecting, I didn't get that at all on here. Like, when you think about 09, 2010 Lil B, man, and what he was doing back then with, like L and all of that stuff, like, none of that was on here, man. This was back when mumble rap was really just kind of getting started. He was the godfather of mumble rapping.
Yeah.
And, just incoherent stream of thought or stream of consciousness rapping.
Yeah.
On this album, he really hunkered down. Like, he really came out here and he was just trying to rap. Now, I'm not going to say that he was, the best rapper ever or anything like that. I mean, he's never been that. But creatively, I didn't think that he had this in him. I didn't know that he could switch his style again. Lil B has always explored so many different styles. I mean, I've known for a long time that he actually can rap when he wants to, but a lot of his stuff is freestyles. A lot of his stuff is just fun. It's meant to dance, whatever. Just enjoy it. But on here, on this Black Ken mixtape, it was like he broke it down to the essence. Like, he completely switched the sound, went to an old school West Coast kind of vibe on here, man. Paid homage to where he was from, man. The sounds that he grew up on, and really was trying to put pen to paper. I did like how awkward the production was on here. You could tell Lil B produced this whole album, which he did. He produced it all top to bottom, and it shows just because the sound of it is so awkward. There's a lot of it that almost sounds off rhythm or off key. There are a lot of switch ups that you don't expect on here, and he explores so many different styles. We didn't get any of the traditional bass song. Like, there was no Bill Bellamy's on here or anything like that. He wasn't flexing 10 on nothing on here. Like, he was really coming with the bars.
One feature.
And who's that?
I Love McKinnon.
I Love McKinnon. Yeah, he came in there, man, and he really held it down. Like, I felt like Lil B, for him to have taken such a hiatus and then presented this as Black Ken, he really took a step forward, which was completely surprising. It seems like he's in a completely different space, man, and I love to see that. It feels like he's still passionate about the art, and he's still doing him. It's not like he's trying to recapture his old glory or his old sound. He completely just abandoned it on this and said, hey, listen, I'm going to rebuild it from the ground up, something new. And I applaud that. Now, with all that said, a lot of this tape is hard to digest or hard to listen to. It's spotty at best, to be kind. The project is spotty.
You're not going to be riding down the street and say, let me put that Lil B on.
Right. Or, I mean, if it is, it's going to be maybe like one or two songs that you actually want to hear. Because, listen, I don't think that there's a soul alive that liked everything on this 90-minute project. I mean, it was actually getting closer to 2 hours, I want to say.
Yeah.
Something like 23, 24 tracks. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's too long.
That intro on there is like, oh my God, what have I got myself into?
Right.
But that's Lil B, man.
Yeah.
Like, Lil B doesn't follow the rules, man. He's always broken all the rules. He's always pushed his creativity, his art forward, and I appreciate that. With all that said, man, I had to rate this album out at about a 76. Like I said, it could be a little bit tough to listen to for 2 hours. But I respect where he was going, man, and I feel like, man, Lil B might have changed the game again.
But he did something no one else did.
Yeah, only thing that I will say, that the only person that maybe got ahead of him a little bit was Vince Staples with that Big Fish theory, because he revisited a lot of that old school West Coast kind of dance sound on that album before Black King came out. But still, I felt like Bass Guy, he reinvented himself, and hey, man, he might have been reinventing the game again.
Yeah, Zane Richards, what's up, babe? Listen, thank you for coming to us and letting us know about this album. You've been looking forward to this one. I want to know what you personally think, brother.
Absolutely.
What you think about it, and anyone else. Yo, what do you guys think about the project? But like I said, like you said, it's something that no one else was doing. He went back into it and he tapped into that bass sound. Yeah. Like I said, Too Short fans, get in here and stand up, man. Yeah, y'all get in here and stand up for real, because you'll think it's a Too Short project.
Yeah, I enjoyed the rapping though. I will say, man, some of the rapping on here, I thought he held it down.
I was expecting to hear a lot of mumbling.
Yeah, it wasn't that though. It was not that at all. So.
He came in, but yeah, like you said, 2 hours. I don't know.
Ooh, it gets a little tough. It's tough to hang in there.
Absolutely, but yo, man, let us know what you guys think. Or we're too high, too low. Lil B fans, get in here. Zane Richards, man, I'm shouting you out, brother. You better get in here and let us know what you think. 0 to 100. Yes. What do you think? But yo, man, I'm Nate here.
This Kev.
Yo, this is Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.